What's up, everyone? This is your July 4th special. We're talking about the tariffs, Donald Trump tariffs. What is more American than talking about taxes, talking about international trade? What's more American than that? Guys, hope you're having a great July 4th weekend, but here we go. This is me and Adam. It gets a little crazy sometimes, but we love you guys and hope you like the episode.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the AMZ Answers podcast. I'm up here at the dog check. I'm joined by my brother Noah. The dog is
What's up, guys?
On the floor right now.
The dog is right next to us on the floor.
Guys, we've been working really hard on this course. On July 9th, we have a course that will take you from not doing anything on Amazon, but being interested in it, not waffling back and forth about what you should do on Amazon, to having a step-by-step process to getting your first great item in Amazon's warehouses. And that's coming out July 9th. We just finished all the videos for it. We're very excited about it. Guys,
we're really, really pumped. Like Adam said, we're really, really pumped about the course. We have almost died creating it, physically and mentally.
Absolutely.
It has been a ton of work, but we wanted to make it really, really good for you guys. So that by the time you listen to this, actually on July 9th, like Adam said, we will be releasing it.
Yes, so look for that, guys. Noah, what's a gripe you have?
A gripe I have is when people say they're going to release a course on July 2nd and they wait till July 9th to release it.
Absolutely, I hate that too. A gripe that I have is that your dog likes to lay on piles of warm laundry.
And then just spread his hair all over them.
He's shedding, and his hair gets all over them because he's shedding the crazy. He loves clean. He doesn't like dirty laundry. He loves clean laundry.
My dog likes to like unclean laundry and just shed all over. But Adam, what's this episode?
So this episode is a special July 4th edition. We're talking about Donald Trump's tariffs on the U.S. economy right now and how that affects you as an Amazon seller. So as an Amazon seller, you've probably seen these trade wars, or as a potential Amazon seller, and you're like, what? This is going to affect my business. I can't do an Amazon business. That is not true. Don't worry. We're here to dissuade that. We're also here to give you a little more information on what it means if you're selling on Amazon.
Exactly.
Okay, first of all, we can't speak right now because
guys, I'm sorry.
Course absolutely killed
okay,
us.
The video course has killed.
Deliver.
We really want to deliver you guys this episode because we know a lot of Amazon sellers are talking about the Trump tariffs and like what's going on with them. Our brains are hurting, but we're gonna still deliver.
Guys, what is a tariff? So a tariff is a border taxes charged on imported goods, and they're collected by U.S. customs officials, and they go to the government supporting them. So many different countries have tariffs on imported goods. What's an example of a tariff in the UK, Noah?
Example of a tariff in the UK is the VAT tax, the value-added tax, Adam.
Exactly. That was a test. Hey, so has any of these tariffs affected you directly as an Amazon seller right now?
No, none of these tariffs have affected me directly yet. So the tariffs that have come out now from Trump, they're all based on big industrial goods, washers and dryers, components that go into cars and things like that. Nothing is really filtered through for consumer goods. Adam, has this affected you?
So it wouldn't seem like it has affected me, but I am selling one product with silicone, and one of my suppliers noted that because of the new tariffs, the price of my item almost doubled. So I think that she was just kind of trying to mess with me a little bit. It's okay because I'm not actually doing that item anymore because, yeah, you say something?
Yeah, no, talking about that and like things that suppliers do to mess you up, that's something that's happened to you before where they're like, they'll just be like, oh, the raw material price of this has increased.
It was a little strange, and actually I should have known that it wasn't a good supplier because I ended up getting moved to a different person eventually, a couple days after that anyway. So that's a sign of a supplier that doesn't really have their SHIT going forward, and I should have known that.
We don't swear anymore, guys. We just spell it out.
Shit.
Okay. And
sorry, I screamed.
Go back to the tariffs.
Back to tariffs. Okay, so one of the most recent pieces of news is that Harley-Davidson is moving most of their manufacturing to the UK because of these tariffs. Noah, can you talk to me about why they would be doing something like that?
Yeah, so the reason that they're moving their manufacturing or their import is because there's going to be a 25% charge on the kind of goods that they need coming in from China. So what these big manufacturers are doing, Harley-Davidson, even John Deere, and you might think John Deere is like the most American company ever. How could they be affected from Mr. America himself, the Donald? The problem is that these tariffs, right, they're having... it's very unclear if they're helping or hurting because while they do make it more competitive for American manufacturers to make things, they also lose American jobs. Like John Deere will have to fire a lot of people from their whole company because they won't be able to make as many.
Right, exactly. And it's not that simple. I mean, big manufacturing companies like Harley Davidson, they get parts. It's an American company. They're an American brand. They're definitely an American brand.
Yeah,
right?
they're
They
the
get their
American
parts
brand,
from China, even though it's American made, American assembled. So nothing is that simple. I mean, globalization has never been bigger than it is now. It's never been easier to get parts from other countries. So it's a little strange what his goal is and what exactly he's doing, but it's not good. It's not good for the consumer. Can you tell me about why is it not good for the consumer? Why is it going to hurt us come Christmas time?
Okay, so I think it's not good for the consumer for two reasons. One, it's possible that although they're industrial items right now, they could move because the war is ever escalating between the Donald and China. It could move to hurting consumer goods and then would hurt Amazon sellers. And all Amazon sellers would have to raise their prices, and then the goods for the consumer would just be more expensive. And also the second reason is because of jobs, right? It's possible that when the tariffs are raised by the Donald for these items, a lot of big American companies, Harley Davidson is a great example, they could lose a lot of spots in their company, and so some people might not have jobs come Christmas.
Right. Another example of this is, I don't know the exact name of the company, but it's the largest nail manufacturer in the U.S. Just had to lay off 60% of their employees.
Oh, that's a good example.
Right, based on the perceived loss of revenue. Okay, so also, what's our take on this? Let's bring it home to our Amazon sellers. So how do you think that this will affect you as an Amazon seller in the future?
So for right now, again, it isn't affecting me right now, but we're just thinking in the future for long term. What will we do if consumer goods do get a 25% tariff on them? So I think that a couple things might happen. One thing that might happen is what's called the rising tide, like economic theory. And basically, it's like when the tide rises, all the ships will rise with it, right? If a 25% tariff is imposed on Chinese goods, that means that all suppliers on Amazon for your item, let's say you're selling that tape measure, they're all going to go up. Everyone's prices will go up. So in that case, maybe it won't matter too much.
I disagree with that a little bit. I think that it's definitely going to happen. What you're saying is that the price of these parts is going to go up, so everyone's item prices are going to go up a bit, and it's very negatively going to affect the consumer that's buying it. But consumers are only willing to pay a certain amount for a certain thing. Like an example I had given recently was, what if you're doing a zebra plastic figurine, was like something you're selling on Amazon in the niche, and it's $8.99. Well, people don't want to buy that for $13.99. So if everyone has to price that at $13.99, it's debatable about whether that person is going to buy that item anymore.
Yeah, that's true. What Adam's talking about is like basically for certain items there is a range that people will buy it in, and once you're outside of that range, it doesn't matter. They just won't buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
So another thing, I think, of course, if you have high margin items that you're selling, obviously that margin is going to shrink. Maybe only you'll be able to sell high margin items on Amazon. But I think the main thing that I keep thinking, the reason that I'm not really scared is because China is not the only one that manufactures. Even on Alibaba, you can search for Pakistan, Vietnam, India, Mexico, Venezuela, just to name a few. You can search all those through Alibaba and still use trade returns and all the things you like about Alibaba to contact a supplier.
Yeah, to be clear though, Trump does have is implementing tariffs against India as well.
Okay,
and also even Canada.
Okay, so I guess he likes Pakistan. Go to Pakistan, guys. go to Pakistan with your suppliers.
Yeah, but what Noah's saying is it doesn't kill the e-commerce solution. I mean, there's always ways around this stuff, and it's ever changing. It's definitely something to keep note of.
So, yeah, and I think that this happened about 8 months ago where the Chinese environmental agency, do you remember this happening?
Yeah.
Where the Chinese environmental agency cracked down on a bunch of different factories and manufacturing plants, and it was a huge deal. People were freaking out.
The environment.
God, damn those people protecting their environment.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We'll split your brain in half.
Yeah. So anyway, even though it's a good thing what they were doing, it did affect people as sellers, and a lot of sellers were just freaking out.
It is a good thing that they were doing. Half of me was like, yes, this is awesome. The other half was like, oh my God, there goes my money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's strange.
So it is a strange conundrum, something that we have to deal with every day, right?
Absolutely.
You just got to be responsible in your business.
Yeah.
My guy.
As long as we're making money, right? We can do whatever we want.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Just kidding. That's not true.
Okay, so basically, this has happened before. And a lot of Amazon sellers were freaking out. They're like, we're not going to be able to sell on Amazon anymore. Like, we can't contact our manufacturers anymore. Guys, there's always a solution. When one thing goes down in the market, another thing rises. And all it does is really create opportunity for the people that can see that solution.
Thanks, Tim Ferriss. So
I know. I thought it was going to sound like Robert Kiyosaki.
Can you give an example of what a solution would be?
Can I give an example for this?
Sure.
So a solution would be that all Chinese consumer goods are taxed 25% tariff, and you're a new Amazon seller, and you're like, great, now the old sellers are going to have to find new supply routes. I already have to find a new one because I'm starting on items. So you search for Pakistan and Venezuela on Alibaba. There's a way to only search from suppliers by there for your items, and you order items from there, and they don't get a tariff, and you can sell them for the same price and make way more margin.
Okay.
What's up, everyone? So that was the end of part 1. We'll release part 2 on Friday. Hope you guys have a great July 4th, and we will be out in the morning on Friday. So see you guys then. Bye.